Hello, yes, this is your girl, Queen of Commentary, and we are back with another video. Yes, this video is about Kim Porter, her book, supposedly, that was supposed to come out that she was writing, and some other things that surrounding Kim Porter, Cassie, and Lauren London. Oh yeah, that's a lot, right? Okay, but before we get into it, you know what to do. Thumbs up this video, subscribe if you have not already, cut your notifications on, and leave us a comment. All right, so we had put this subject or this topic on the community board. So shout out to the community board because the comments and all of that are rocking at the community board. All right, so make sure you check that out. So this came across, actually someone sent me this story, and I thought that it would be interesting because I'm sure if you have been, you know, following the P. Diddy saga, then you know that Kim Porter is a prime staple in this story. Okay, everything about Miss Lady KP is, you know, makes people wonder, like, what really happened to her? You hear what I'm saying? What really happened? And I remember maybe last year when things were circulating back when the Cassie papers came up about Diddy, you know, her Wikipedia actually was taken down for a little bit, okay? Because people was trying to say that she didn't just pass away, she was possibly deleted, if you will. And so if you know anything about Diddy, Diddy is, you know, trouble is always surrounding him, but he never gets caught. Never, ever, ever. So he's just like the elusive, is it? White rabbit, you know what I mean? He just always gets away with everything. All right, so just to let you guys know, Kim Porter has a friend, okay, and her name is actually Sahara. Her name is actually Sahara Lottie, okay, and so she basically spilled the tea on somebody's platform. I forget what it was. I think it's called Infamous, and it's on Spotify, so you guys can actually go and look that up if you're interested. Okay, if you're interested. And she basically was telling how, you know, she kind of dealt with Kim. You know, that was her friend, and basically she knew a lot about Diddy and Kim's relationship. If you know anything about the surroundings of their relationship, or the backstory rather, you know, Kim has 3 of his children. You know, that is King Combs, which is in trouble, y'all. Y'all watch that other video that I just posted. King Combs, and then the twin girls, Delilah and Jessie. Okay, now Sahara, she says Kim was a cool, spiritual, gorgeous, and beautiful girl. I could kind of see that. You know what I mean? I feel Kim was really in love with Diddy, but Diddy was a player, and obviously all of this stuff is, you know, alleged, y'all, but, you know, all this stuff that is coming out now apparently was going to be in her book, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, okay? She also said she was old-fashioned. Now, of course, that is her friend. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you guys understand or remember, you know, Kim has a son with Albie Shore. So she was with Albie Shore back in the late 80s, and they were married. That came out. Allegedly, they were married, and they had Quincy. Okay? I don't know why people get Quincy mixed up with his first supposed son, what's his name, Justin, but we all know that Quincy is definitely Albie Shore's son. That is his twin, okay? And so she worked at Uptown, okay? She and Misa were cool at one time. I don't know if they were cool later, but she was cool. And then, of course, you know, Diddy was dating Misa and things like that, and they had they had Justin, and then of course he and Kim started to date. And so once they started to date, that was it. You know, they started on their relationship, and they started having, you know, they had Christian back in, because Christian, I think, is like 25, 26. Y'all can look all that up, you know. Okay. Now, she said that Diddy, they weren't even together during this time. She said that Diddy would always basically call her phone like a lot, constantly. When she would be over there chilling, when Kim would be over there chilling at Sahara's house, her phone would be going and going by Diddy. Okay. She said that Kim didn't like the dynamic, or I'm sorry, Kim didn't like what was going on, but for some reason Kim did put up with it. Okay. And Sahara said she didn't like the dynamic between the two. It caused Kim pain. She always stuck with Diddy. She was his #1 fan, stuck behind him regardless of all the things that he might have done. She and Cassie, you know, when they were dating, when he was dating Cassie, them two, I guess, you know, would talk at least when things started getting bad. You know, I do remember her doing an interview back in the day. I'm talking about Kim, and she said, you know, she was always in the background. So when he was with J-Lo, when he was with Cassie, she was not too far behind. And it's not because necessarily she wanted to be in his life like that. Diddy kind of made it that way. You know, he was very possessive, allegedly. Kim was always his, regardless of, you know, their relationship or dynamic. Okay, she was, you know, she did see other people, guys. So people feel like she just was staying true to him and not dating anybody. She would be dating people, okay? But, you know, Diddy would make it very uncomfortable. She says this, she always stuck with Diddy. If she was seeing someone and he suspected something, then he suddenly would not, she suddenly wouldn't even be seeing him anymore, or that person anymore, because he made it almost impossible for her to move on fully, for her to have a relationship. Okay. She explains that Kim was dating a basketball player who was also seeing a singer. The singer wanted to be exclusive. He said no because he was also seeing Kim. The singer told Diddy and the basketball player the singer told Diddy and the basketball player never called Kim again. So basically, the guy that she was seeing, which was also seeing two people, so that's, you know, a pattern, you know, that person never called her again. So apparently they talked to Diddy and that was done. Okay. So she said that Kim was a ride or die for Diddy. His rock. Okay. Basically his rock. She kept him as balanced as he could be, I guess. You know what I mean? Because he's not even a good person. And, you know, he has all kinds of issues. Dark issues. Okay. His love-hate, they had a love-hate relationship. It was very toxic. Kim told her that he had changed and was not the person he used to be. And that's Hollywood. And then all the chemicals that he probably was on. I don't know if you guys remember back, he was performing or whatever, and he fell, like the stage kind of opened up and he fell in the hole. His leg was propped up. And they said after that he was on a lot of meds, you know, for pain after that too. So he had issues with prescription, or he has issues with prescriptions as well as other things. Okay. Now, when she thought that things were good, he was out with J-Lo. Then she thinks they are good again. He got Sarah pregnant, and that was the final straw. Now, Sarah was basically supposed to be, or his daughter from some other lady. Sarah Chapman, I think her name is. You guys can look her up. I think she dated a few people. She might have dated 50 Cent. You know, this lady is in the industry. In order to get anything out of him, he had to do something. In order for anything to be done, she had to do things for him, like spend time with him. Y'all know what that is. Spend time with him. She said adamantly Kim was not doing the FOs, guys. Y'all know, the freak offs. She wasn't into all that. That's what she said, you know. And, you know, that was a problem too, because she didn't want to participate in stuff like that. So she had morals. Okay. Things with look good from outside, but in reality it was not. I believe that, and this is all the friend, what's her name, Sahara. I know Sarah and Sahara sounds the same. This is from her account, but if y'all notice, like back in the Cassie days, when they were being filmed or when they were being recorded and things at different, you know, events and awards and all that, everything does look good. And even when he was with Kim, everything looked good. So they were good at hiding the situation. Okay? Now, he's a bad guy, but she wanted to keep it together for the family. You get what I'm saying? So basically, I remember, this is back before the internet. I remember watching them like on MTV. That's when they first announced she was pregnant and things like that. She was kind of like afraid to like tell him that she was pregnant because it wasn't planned. You know, they were just basically off again, on again, off again, and then that happened. And then of course when he found out it was twins, and you know, they tried to make it, you know, work, and I'm sure she wanted it to make, you know, she wanted it to work, but he said he's just not marriage material, he's not ready, and things like that. And of course, while she was pregnant with the twins, she found out that he had also got the girl Sarah pregnant. And so in her head, she was like, she was done, she didn't want it anymore. She was through with him because she was basically holding Diddy down, and he was out holding someone else down, if you will. You know what I mean? He was claiming Cassie, but constantly calling Kim. She didn't hate Cassie, felt sorry for her, better her than me. The friend didn't understand what that meant until she read the lawsuit. Okay? So, you know, he was with Cassie, and I'm sure he probably was doing the same thing with J-Lo. That's why she said she was always in the back end of things. You know what I mean? Because he just would not let her go. And so to us outsiders, we just like, oh, well, she's desperate, or she, you know, she just put up with it. He kind of made it like she had to, you know, kind of put up with it. Okay? So her friend thought Kim was getting a ton of money. You know, we all knew that, you know, okay, if she's there for the money. But that wasn't true either. Okay? She realized half of the things she had wasn't bought by him. Okay? So she had all this stuff, and she thought Diddy was getting it for it, but that wasn't true. Okay? She said the Cassie lawsuit made sense once she read it. Kim was the light that kept him together, but he broke her down. He messed with her spirit, her heart. She tried to get her, you know, people tried to get her away. Her friend said that she tried to get her away from him. But, you know, Diddy just has a huge power, you know, and he would threaten and things. This is all alleged, okay? Now, this is talking about when, you know, Kim actually started taking ill. She got sick right after Diddy's birthday party. She texted her. She was down, and the next day she was gone. Okay? That's what she said. Thinks Kim's demise was a spiritual one, and it was darkness. So basically, she said that Kim had texted her, didn't call, texted her and said she's down or whatever. And who knows if Kim actually texted that. Okay? Okay. So this is some dark things that she said happened after Kim's demise. Okay? His security would not let her or Kim's niece into her home on the day that she passed away. Okay, so he wouldn't let anybody into her home to see what was going on. Okay, had her whole life on lock. Wouldn't pay for Kim's family member to fly to her funeral. She was the love of his life only after she passed, and turned it into a PR stunt. That's what she said. You know what I mean? And I do remember those days. I mean, he would post on his, you know, what is it, Instagram, and he was like, I miss you, I should have married you. He shared like videos of them dancing, I think when she was pregnant. You know, all of a sudden he was like, oh, you were the love of my life, and all of that. He turned it into a time to make himself look like, you know, a king. He completely disrespected that woman. This was in response to him saying they had black love. Okay, does not think she does not think that he deleted her unless there was some insurance policy. She felt relieved in a way. when Kim, so this is all coming from her friend, saying that she kind of felt relieved because she felt like Kim would never find peace in this life and things like that. And she also goes into some other things, y'all. I would advise y'all, if y'all want to know more about what she said, to listen to that podcast. I think it's called Infamous on Spotify, I think, because she really goes into a lot of things. All right, so we're gonna go into another one. All right, so about this book that was supposedly written and everything, just to let you guys know, right before Kim's demise, her laptop was stolen. Her laptops were stolen. I think it was 2 of them. Okay, so obviously that's a little sus, okay, because, you know, her books could have been in her manuscripts, okay? So Kim Porter, alleged tell-all book, okay, their manuscripts are actually floating around. Someone who is credible actually has the manuscripts, okay? And apparently those manuscripts has the fact that both Lauren London and Cassie, who are good friends, which I did not know that they were good friends. Lauren London has been in the picture for a while. She was a model for his Sean John. She, and you know, when Nipsey was living, they I think you know, Diddy did some songs or produced some songs for Nipsey album. Didn't even charge him and things like that. And so there's been some speculation that Lauren was actually dealing with Diddy on a more personal level, if you will, and that was actually in the manuscripts, allegedly saying that Cassie and Lauren London are more than friends. You know what I mean? They participated in some, you know, adult activities and things like that, all alleged. Okay. All right. So the circulated rumor suggests that Kim was in the midst of writing a book that would reveal Diddy's secrets. Okay, and the things that are in there, okay, are as follows. Mistreatment allegations. Did Kim witness or experience mistreatment during her relationship with Diddy? Okay, that's what basically the book might have said. Okay, Diddy's relationships, boy-boy relationships. She was talking about that. And so if that is true, like her friend Sahara is saying, oh, she would never do that. She was a ride or die. She would never put, you know, Diddy out there like that. But I'm not sure if that's true because 2 of her laptops were stolen. So obviously, yeah, something was going on. Maybe she was just through. Okay. And so the book was supposedly going to talk about that. And fans wonder if the book would have uncovered intimate moments, hidden emotions, and behind-the-scenes drama and things like that. So yeah, apparently, yes, a story in there is about his FOs, and possibly Lauren London might have been in that situation. And there's so many things circulating, guys. It's circulating that, you know, he had cameras in rooms. It's circulating that, you know, some things might be, you know, some politicians and some real big celebrities and things are on tapes. And so I heard somebody have a theory that, you know, that FBI raid or whatever basically was not to find anything. It was to make sure they took some stuff, because it's some real incriminating things on these tapes. And so, yeah, it's getting heavy out here, guys. All right. So I tried to give you guys some type of, you know, backstory. And as I come across different stories, guys, and different updates, of course, I will let you guys know on this channel. All right. Thank you for getting to this part of the video. You guys rock, and I'll see you next time.